Hey, what's up you guys? This is Haley here from Should You Buy It, and today I'm actually going to be doing a video that a subscriber asked to do slash, put in the comments, and that was something about my tattoos and my piercings. So I have a lot of piercings, not a lot. I feel like I have more than the average person, but I don't have an extreme amount, and I have a couple tattoos, so I thought I would just talk about them and share my views on them. Obviously, my view is it's your own body. Do whatever the hell you want with it. I don't really care as long as it doesn't affect my life. I don't care. Leaving that alone. I do have I've got 2 cartilage up here, which I do have rings in because I cannot take the rings in and out myself. So I have to go to, my nose ring itches. I have to go to a piercer to take them out. So usually when I do that, I get another one put in. So it's just easier. I've got 3 on each of the lobes, so they are pierced 3 times. And I never wear earrings in those because my ears are super sensitive to earrings, and most earrings itch unless they're really expensive. And then I've got my nose pierced. As I was just showing earlier, a lot of people don't even notice I have my nose pierced. So, surprise! If you didn't notice before. But I don't know, I went through a huge phase where I wanted a lot of stuff pierced, and after I turned, let's see, when did I get my 3rd lobe done? I think I was after 18. The day I turned 18, I got my nose pierced, and I think shortly after that I got my 2nd cartilage pierced. I got my 1st cartilage pierced when I was like 15, and my mom was getting a tattoo with my sister, and I wanted something, so she let me get my cartilage pierced. But I don't know, I went through a huge phase where I wanted a lot of things pierced. I believe a lot of people do that, and especially when you turn 18, you're like, I have the freedom to do that by myself, I want to do something, etc. So, if you have to choose between a piercing or a tattoo, get a piercing because they can always be taken out if you do regret it within a week or so. So just a word of wisdom to someone who has got a lot of them. I don't regret any of them at all, so let's just say that. I guess I'll be talking about my tattoos. Some of them are on my back, and most of the pictures that you'll be seeing on the screen are going to be fresh pictures, which means they were taken after it was freshly done. So pictures, they'll have red skin. If you don't like anything like that, there's no blood. I've never had I did have one tattoo bleed once. There's no blood or anything. They just looks off because of it being freshly tattooed. So I'm actually just going to start essentially with my first tattoo, and then we'll just move on throughout the body. The first tattoo I got was this one on my wrist. This is my cat Sam. If you don't know who Sam is, or you haven't been in here for a long time, Sam was my childhood cat. We had to put him to sleep about a year and a half ago. It was actually a year, less than a year and a half ago. It was actually a year, I think it was January 6th or January 7th was the year mark. I got this done before he passed, but that was something I saw online that this woman had done with all of her cats. Is she had gotten their paw prints tattooed on. So I went and I got some ink, and he was a fat, lazy cat, like he always was. And I was able to ink his paw print about 3 or 4 times. I took him to the person that did all of my sister's tattoos, and he put them all together, and I got this one. So that one was my first, and it's probably my favorite. The second, I guess we'll just go down the body here. As you can tell, I have this one. This is Bruce's paw print. Now, obviously, Bruce isn't that old, and he was still kind of really skittish. Or not really skittish, just he wouldn't let me ink his paw print when I got that one done. So that's why it looks like it does doesn't look as filled in as well. When he does get older, and I will get a new paw print, and they will essentially fill in the rest. That's easily done. So that is Bruce's paw print underneath Sam. So everyone at work and my sister, they always make fun of me that by the time I die, because they think I'm going to be a crazy cat lady, I'm going to have like sleeves of paw prints, and I think it's funny. It might happen. I don't know. If it does, I'll live a happy life, I guess. So moving on, I guess I will just move to my back. I have 2 tattoos on my back. I have one, and it's a Peter Pan tattoo. That was actually the 2nd tattoo I got. It is pretty much Peter Pan, and then all of the children that are silhouettes, and it says never grow up. To me, it just symbolizes that even though you're an adult, you can still kid around and you can still make fun with people. You don't have to be serious 1,000% of the time, like I believe some people are. Like, I worked with some people who are way too serious all the time, and that I believe just become a child again. You don't, I mean, it's you know what I mean. Just take a break, don't adult for like 20 minutes, and go play a board game, or go play some Hi-Ho Cherry-O or some Monopoly, or do something. Don't always adult. You don't have to always adult. You don't really have to. I believe you should have a lot of fun in your life, and you should be able to do whatever you want to, as long as it's not hurting anybody else. Who cares? That's what my motto is, really. Am I hurting anybody else? Nope. Then you shouldn't care. But that one kind of symbolizes that. Peter Pan is also my favorite male Disney character. I don't know why. He always has been. And it's my second favorite movie. My first one is Beauty and the Beast. And everyone keeps expecting me to get a Beauty and the Beast tattoo. And I'm thinking about what I want. I really don't know what I want. I'm thinking the flower behind my ear. But moving on. So that was that tattoo. I also have another tattoo on my back, which is a Robin Williams tattoo. That tattoo is my biggest tattoo. It's all in black and white. And it's pretty much 4 faces of Robin Williams put together. And then one of his famous quotes, "You're only given a spark of madness, you mustn't lose it," underneath it. Robin Williams was a huge inspiration for me. I grew up watching his movies a lot, especially like Flubber, Jumanji, Miss Doubtfire was one of my favorite movies, and then essentially Aladdin, which was a Disney movie anyways. Those are the 4 faces that are on there, and those are the 4 most important movies to me. A lot of people were like, "Why didn't you get Hook?" And it's like, I didn't really grow up with Hook, honestly, as a movie. Those were the 4 that I grew up with. I was really devastated when he died. When either that he committed suicide, that he took his own life, or that he just died of other things. I was really devastated, like a lot of the people in the entire nation were. I was hoping that through my job, since I do have a degree in video and film, that I would one day be able to meet him, and I never was. So, I was trying to figure out exactly what I wanted to do, so I decided to get that tattoo. It was a huge tribute to him, because he helped me through a lot as a child, and I believe he helped a lot of people through a lot of things. So that was my tribute to him. So the last tattoo I'm actually going to be talking about, which is my first color tattoo, and it was essentially the last tattoo I got. Is that right? Oh no, this isn't my last tattoo. I am so stupid. I forgot about the recent one I just got. But we worked on this tattoo last time. So this is my first color tattoo, and I know why I get more black and white tattoos. My skin works better with black ink. But it is essentially 3 hearts and 3 ribbons. The middle heart, which is the biggest one, is for my mom. When I was in middle school, she had a heart attack. Thank God she survived. The other one, which is blue, is for my uncle, who, if you have been following me for maybe about 6 months or so, or longer than that, he passed away due to cancer. It started in his throat, and then essentially went everywhere, like cancer kind of does. So that one's for him. And then I got another heart added on the other side, with a white ribbon, or clear, which is for my grandfather, who is now fighting lung cancer. So that's just something that is near and dear to me, and hopefully, cross my fingers, I don't know if I jinxed myself last time by just getting 2 hearts, I will never have to add on to it. But if I do, there's always a will and a way. So that's one. In the picture, the white ribbon looks really weird because it's still somewhat bloodshot, but trust me, it's a white ribbon. I don't know if you guys can see it. Can you? Yeah, it's like right there. You can barely see it because it's supposed to be clear. But you can barely see it. So my next tattoo, which I can actually show you, which I somewhat forgot I had gotten, haha me, is right here on my forearm. For the longest time, for years, I've been wanting to get a Harry Potter tattoo. I grew up with the books. I grew up with the movies. I was a huge fan. I've read all the books. I've seen all the movies multiple times. And I was thinking, I was like, what Harry Potter tattoo should I get? And I'd seen a lot of them with the Deathly Hallows. And I was like, I want something other than just the Deathly Hallows, you know. And I was thinking about getting it on my leg. But then I heard the news that Alan Rickman died due to cancer. So then, I don't know what sparked me to get that one. Well, I think his death, because he was a huge, you know, a huge actor and a huge role model for me as well. So I decided to get this one. It says always, and then the A is the Deathly Hallows symbol, which, if you don't know, I got a bruised hair in my mouth. If you don't know, is one of his biggest lines in the entire franchise of Harry Potter is always. And yeah, I like that one too. This one hurt the worst, I will tell you that. I would have rather sat in the chair for 5 hours again for my Robin Williams tattoo than this one. This one hurt so bad. So if you're thinking about getting a tattoo here, be prepared for some pain. Be prepared for a lot of pain because this one hurts really bad. So one thing So one thing I'm actually going to somewhat alliterate in this video as well is all of my tattoos were done and all my piercings were done at a professional studio, not Claire's. Don't get your child's ears pierced at Claire's. Please do not. They are people that are younger than you and younger than me who were not professionally trained to do this. They watched probably a safety video on how to do it. You know, go get your children or your ears pierced at a professional parlor. You're going to be spending a little bit more money, not too much. I think my ears, to get my ears pierced, was like $30. And with that, you kind of have, for me, you get like all the cleaning solution and all that jazz, you know, that you always get everywhere. But for me, getting it done at a professional parlor gives me more peace of mind because if something does happen, I can go in there and they can help me with it. I've never gotten anything infected before, but on one of my tattoos, now get your tattoos at a professional parlor as well. One of my tattoos bled really bad. So I took off my bandage after the allotted time and it was covered in blood and it was still bleeding. So I was like, what do I do? So I ran up there. You know, because they were open. It was the next day. I ran up there. I was like, I'm freaking out because I've never had a tattoo bleed before. I was like, is this supposed to happen? This isn't really supposed to. I was like, I Googled this. That was a bad idea. I have, you know, I must have lupus or something according to WebMD. And, you know, they were able to help me. Nothing was really wrong. It's just my skin was tougher there and it caused more trauma to the skin. So I liked that peace of mind of being able to go to someone who actually knows what the fuck they're talking about when something bad happens. So go to a professional parlor. If you are looking price-wise for a professional parlor, they're going to have a $40 minimum and they're going to be around $100 an hour. This Alan Rickman one or the Harry Potter one took about 45 minutes. Oh wait, no, I was in the chair for an hour and a half. But they did that one and then they touched up a couple spots on my back and they touched up my legs since I was already in the chair and we kind of wanted to use the time because he didn't have a lot of time left but he didn't have, you know, bits and pieces left. So you're going to end up running about $100 an hour for a nice tattoo and you're going to get what you paid for when you get a crappy tattoo. Google crappy tattoos and you will understand what I mean. But yeah, that's actually all I have for this tattoo video. You guys were wondering what my tattoos were, so I thought I would share them all with you. But thank you so much for watching my video. If you guys have any questions, comments, concerns, feel free to leave those down below. Also, don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe, join the Savings Army, never pay retail again. I love you guys and I'll see you guys later.